studio. This is the Almost Famous Radio podcast with your host, Jeffy McJefferson. Let's go.
And welcome to the Almost Famous Radio podcast. Here we go again. I had to fix the mics because I fucked it up, as usual. I tinker around, and then you do tinkering, Mike?
We tinker around, we play, we fix it, and we fix it, and fix it again.
And there we go.
We do it right the first time.
Yeah. We got Rayette, and
Hello.
obviously we got Mike.
Hey.
Paranormal investigator. Not today.
Today's something better.
Let's
Bigger.
go around the room. Rayette, what you drinking?
Usual Dutch Bros.
Boy. Mike?
I've got a Liquid Death Sweet Reaper.
Is that what you had last time?
I had Liquid Death Killer Cola last time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
They make a lot of different flavors.
And I have
Is it energy drink?
Nope. This is just a sweet tea. It's got a little bit of caffeine.
Oh, okay.
30 calories, 6 grams of caffeine, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I always
Little
wondered what
touch.
those were. Yeah.
Sierra Nevada Spring Fest for me.
Cool.
Damn right, it's cool.
Nice yellow can.
It's a good yellow can. Springy. Pretty springy.
Eastery look.
Eastery. So anyway, today, we, like I said before, we did a tongue-in-cheek episode about Bigfoot like 2 years ago with me and Rayette, Carolyn, and Jody.
Yep.
So we wanted to bring somebody in here who's more of a Bigfoot believer.
Yeah.
And not just a believer, probably has some evidence.
Stuff I've read, excuse me, not written anything, but I've had some experience, little tiny bit.
Okay. Because I know Jody said that what she said, she wants Bigfoot she just wants to cuddle with him.
Yeah.
That's what she says. She wants Bigfoot to cuddle.
She wants Harry and Henderson's.
I guess.
Yes. There you go.
Yeah, that is good. Harry and the Hendersons, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mike, I'm just going to let you go. What you got?
I like you said, I'm a believer in Bigfoot, believer in Sasquatch. I read everything I can on the thing, and from believers to non-believers. Since I was a kid, growing up, I was born a few years after the original Bigfoot footage, the Patterson-Gimlin video from 1967. I was born a few years after that, but I remember seeing that on TV when I was a little kid, and I was just amazed by it.
I don't think I've seen that footage.
It's been, you've probably seen it. It's been around. It's a black female Bigfoot. It's literally in the Siskiyous or Northern California. It was Northern California somewhere.
No, the only thing I seen was that fuzzy picture of Bigfoot that's walking, and from like, I guess the 70s. And
Yep.
that's what they use for all the stickers and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where she's like kind of looking back at you.
Yeah.
I've watched breakdowns of the video and people trying to discredit it. And I think it's real. I think it's real.
Really?
Right now, they're one of their sons. They're both passed away. Patterson and Gimlin are both gone now, I believe. One of their sons is trying to bankroll his own retirement or something, is what people are saying, by discrediting it. Saying, "Oh, my father told me it was all fake. They made it up." But I've watched videos where scientists are literally watching this and looking at the muscle structure and the way that female, you can tell it's a female by the breasts on it, and it literally will turn its whole torso to look back at him as if its neck is real thick and stiff. And you think about the costuming. If it was a costume, if it was their buddy out there running around, they didn't have that kind of technology to make costume look as formidable as that. You can see muscle movement.
Well, that's what I was thinking with like the video. Also, like back then, there wasn't technology that there is today.
Nope.
That they could AI that, or they could,
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day when I was thinking about coming on. Think about Star Trek. The original series Star Trek was big around the time of this video.
Okay.
Look at the critters they had in Star Trek. They don't look like real. I mean, they're plasticky looking aliens. They're great for the time, and they're still holding up today, but
right.
It wasn't anything like what we have today in Star Trek.
Well, Captain Kirk fucked green chicks.
He's big on even the newer ones. He's got that redheaded green chick. I like redheads. My wife's redhead.
There you go.
We can all be a redhead.
Now,
if
here
we
you
wanted.
go. Okay. Did you ever tell Emmers about that video?
Oh yeah, she's seen it.
Okay, now
She sat down and watched it.
Now I
with
have
me.
a problem with her. Because I texted her last night because I was like trying to get some inside info real quick. And she never told me about this video. So,
Oh,
Emmers, expect another text after you hear this.
You're
okay?
gonna catch it now, kid.
Yeah, because damn you.
We could have watched it last night.
Could have watched it. Doggone it.
We'll watch it.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's only about a minute or so long. They literally, from my understanding, from what I believe, they were out there hunting in the area, doing something, but they had their camera with them. They'd seen footprints before, these two buddies. And so they were out there literally looking for a Bigfoot, waiting for this encounter when she just popped up out of the downed wood. She was sitting there watching them. And once she realized from the way it looks, once she realized she was spotted, she just got up and walked off, looked over at him to make sure you're not following me, and just kept walking. And they're sitting there with an 8mm camera just following her. And for the time, it was the best footage around. Yeah,
kind of like the Zapruder film or on Kennedy's assassination, that kind of camera.
Exactly. Same kind of thing where it's that real broken up kind of footage, a little 8mm hand crank camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Well, when we were on last, Jason was kind of sitting in, but he wasn't a part of the show, but he was talking about there's a Bigfoot trap here.
Oh yeah. It's up in the Applegate.
Yeah.
It's up above Applegate Lake. I believe if you go, there's a campground that you get to right before you get to, there's a creek at the very east side of the lake, but there's a campground there, but you park somewhere near there. You can walk. It's over across the road,
mm-hmm.
and you go up in the hill about 3/4 to a mile. It's up in there a little ways. I kept to think of it. We went walking up there, my family and I, a bunch of years ago, went and took one of our dogs with us. And as we got to a fork in the trail, we didn't really know where to go. I knew where the trail was, found the trail. It's the Collins Trailhead, I think is what it's called. It's marked on the side of the road. But there's a group coming down, like a church group, I believe it was, a bunch of younger kids coming towards us. Well, they were coming down the fork, so we just stopped to let them past us. And then we kept going the direction we were headed. They were coming back from the trap. I had no idea the trap was up there. So I know where it's at, never quite been to it. But yeah, we went the other direction and walked about 3 miles. We got a nice, beautiful views of the valley. It was great.
Did you know the trap was up there?
Oh yeah. It was put up there in the early 70s.
When you went up there to the fork, though, you knew it was there.
I knew it was there. I just didn't realize that was the way to it. And these guys were they were locked onto my dog and my pistol on my hip, and they weren't really talking to us. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Hey, okay. And they just ran by us.
Yeah.
They weren't saying anything about, hey, it was a cool trap. Hey, look at the Bigfoot. They didn't say nothing, so we didn't get the hint that, hey, we should probably take a left here.
Okay.
We just went straight and went way too far.
What's the Bigfoot trap made of?
It's from the look
chicken
of it,
wire?
No. It's solid. It's a big box. It's made of like railroad ties with metal framework around it, and then a metal door that would in the day it's pinned up now. The Forest Service, they haven't taken it out. They've left it there over these years, but the door doesn't slide anymore. It's welded open. But it's got like this big expanded steel grate door that would have slid down. And from what I understand, the guy that built it, this scientist in the early 70s, he would take a deer, part of a deer, hang it up, or some kind of wood or a meat, hang it up from the ceiling of this, in the idea that a Bigfoot's going to come in and walk in there, pull down. Exactly, that's it. Pull down on this rope, which would release the door and trap him. Well, the only thing he ever caught were multiple raccoons and cougars, a bear, I think at one point, something like that. But Bigfoot was a little smarter.
Right.
Never made his way into there.
That's what I was going to ask too, and you already took my question, because I was like, what the hell do you bait it with? And so
he figured it was stuff that the Bigfoot was eating, and nobody really knows. I mean, Bigfoot probably eats, whatever he can get.
Obviously,
omnivore.
Obviously, beef jerky. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I see is like messing with Sasquatch and
what's
jerky.
it? Tim's Cascade Crunch chips.
Oh yeah.
Remember those commercials? Cascade Crunch your kneecaps.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, there's been like, I'm from Oklahoma, and people said, "Oh, there's been Bigfoot sightings in Oklahoma." I'm like, "Why and how?"
Yeah.
There's nothing in Oklahoma. I mean, it seems like he's a mountain guy.
Arkansas
or chicks.
Just outside Arkansas has got a lot of stuff. They call him the wild man, I think is what they call that in the South.
It's like like Arkansas, like in the Ozarks or whatever.
Yes, up in the hills.
Yeah,
but it's
Arkansas,
supposed to be
Tennessee.
like the same type of thing.
Oh yeah, same description. Reddish, brownish hair, real musty, skunk-like smell.
Okay, so here's what I guess I'm one of those people that wants to believe.
Yeah.
But has a really hard time, because with all the technology that's today, why isn't there any clear pictures?
There are. If you look, there's videos and clear picture, but having the internet today, it's not like reading a book. Everybody has their opinion and is able to throw their opinion out there. A lot of this stuff that I've seen, I mean, I believe it or don't believe it. Some of it's kind of like, all right, it looks like some dude with black makeup on his face, looked like a gorilla, but it gets discounted. And then everything, everyone's talking about this video is a hoax and this picture's a hoax, but they're out there. There's several people. There's a guy in Canada that I've watched a lot of stuff on YouTube that literally communicates. People say they communicate with Bigfoot. I don't get into that stuff. I never, I communicated in a way, I think at some point with one, but
well, did you do the Bud Light or the Bud Local Bud? What's Bigfoot?
We were, since we're there, I was again in the Applegate. There's an old Chinese mining area up in the Applegate, towards, just before the lake. It's called the Gimlin Trail. Gimlin was the guy. He was another history thing, but he was the mine boss for a big mine that's up in the hills. And you can walk up in there and walk around. There's little sites that you stop at and read a little pamphlet that you take with you. And off to the side of the mine, we took in a little trail and we're goofing around. And we had one of our dogs with us, a young Labrador. And by the time we hit this other trail, she was acting different. She wasn't as excited as she was earlier on the trail. She's really cautious. She's walking in front of me, but she's watching everything. And you can see her ears are perked up. She just was acting. Her body language was different. I'm just goofing around. I pick up a stick and it's forested. So I pick up a big stick and I'm smacking a tree. From across up and over the hill, from the other side of the hill, something's doing the same thing right back at me. If I hit the tree 3 times, I had 3 echoes come right back at me. If I hit it twice and then a third time within a couple seconds, I get the same response coming back at me. Bigfoot's known to do this. That's called tree knocking. Bigfoot will do that. I all but yelled out at it, but at this point, I've got my 2 very young daughters, my wife. My wife's getting a little upset with me. What are you doing? Why are you messing around? Maybe that's just some crazy mountain man over there. Maybe it is Bigfoot. I don't know. But whatever it was responding right back to me the same exact way. It was like the knock on the wall, trying to get the ghost to knock back at you. I was having that happen with a tree knocking.
Now, a bear wouldn't do that.
Bear wouldn't do that. Bear doesn't have thumbs. I was gripping. Think about it. A bear's not going to grip a piece of wood and smack a tree. And I've seen walking around hunting and different stuff. I've seen Bigfoot are known to take a tall tree. And I mean, he may be 8, 10, 12 foot tall, right? He's going to take the top of a tree and literally bend it over in an arc. I've seen lots of that kind of stuff. I've seen a little bit of that stuff myself, but seen lots of pictures and videos of people coming across these things. It's not natural to have one big thick tree bent in an arc coming across, or seeing a tree. I've never seen this myself, but I've seen pictures that they'll take a dead tree, literally rip it out of the ground, turn it upside down and stick it back in the ground. Here's a 1,000-pound chunk of wood that's now the roots are sticking out of the ground like it's a stick figure with hair, right? It's said that Bigfoot does that kind of stuff to mark his territory.
Well, that brings me back again, what we were talking about in the first one, what Jason said. He's like, there's like trees that have been like altered higher up. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know.
It was like they went down a road and it was like on both sides. It was like all at the same height.
Yeah.
Like something was
walking along, bending them over.
Something, yeah.
You see, when you see tree bark ripped off a tree 10 feet in the air, you're like, that wasn't a bear. Not around here. I mean, grizzly bears get pretty big and Kodiak bears get pretty big. We don't have those around here. We got little 400, 500-pound black bears that don't reach 12 feet, and to rip bark off a tree 12 feet high.
They're big enough for me.
Big enough. Believe me, I've almost run into one a while back in the Applegate again, where the Applegates are, if you're not from the area, Applegates are forested area nearby. We're covered in forest, but Applegate's a nearby area that my family likes to go to.
I had a bear chase my Jeep one time. We were coming back from rafting, going through like after Butte Falls and stuff. Uh-huh. Yeah.
He was up there. He's high, probably up in Butte Falls.
Yeah.
Got to get those on.
Probably.
Remember these guys.
He was like running after my Jeep. My girls were scared because the top was off and everything.
We went running up. I think Emma was with us. I don't believe both daughters. I know Emma was with us that night. It was later at night, and I'd gotten a new little blue skull that lights up, that sits in your cigarette lighter. It's like 10:30 at night. Hey, let's go for a drive. So I put that skull and it lights up the whole truck below the inside of my truck. It was kind of fun. We're just goofing off. And we decided to go up to the Applegate, take a shortcut to get a little closer, a little quicker. It's about a half hour, 20 minutes to this little ghost town that's up there in the woods. And we made our spot, jumped out, did our thing up there, went back home, but went the long way back home. So we cruised back through over to a highway, and maybe a mile and a half from the ghost town, here comes this little, it wasn't a really big bear. It was a smaller, younger one, but he just come barreling down the hillside right in front of us. And it was dark. It was, by now it's 11:30. I'm not driving real fast. Fortunately, I wasn't doing my usual foot down on the floor, going through it. It's dark. I thought there's a lot of deer out here, and I don't trust little wind whistles on my truck to get the deer away. But this thing just came barreling down the hill right dead in front of us. I mean, he was within 10 feet. And I was like, that was pretty cool. And you ask Emma, it was, 500 or 5,000 pound bear, but it was probably 200-pound baby is what it was. But he was hauling. Still. It was so cool to watch that bear. The way the bears run are just great.
Yeah.
I think Bigfoot probably scared him and was like, hey, get out of my way. Yeah. Kicked him down in front of us, but Bigfoot didn't show himself.
Okay. So,
because I'm going to fix it.
Back to the Bigfoot and the evidence. Have they found bones?
Well,
damn it. That was going to be one of my questions.
That's a good question.
Good job, Rhett.
I can't say that people have found bones. There has been, over the years, there's been people that have said they've killed one. There was a guy a while back that there's video of a adolescent, of a small Bigfoot that looks like it very well could be. It's like a smaller primate that's standing on 2 feet and looking at this guy through the woods. There's a guy that, I don't know if it's the same guy. I can't remember, but there was two dudes that showed this video. I think it was the same guys. They'd shown the video, and then within a couple of weeks, they shot adolescent Bigfoot. And there's pictures of it online. Initially, it was like, wow, look at this. Well, immediately it got discounted as this is just fake. It's just nothing. Don't worry about it. And nothing ever really was shown about it again. Whether someone took it down and had it examined or what, and it just got blown out. Science likes to do that with things. They don't change the way things are. Is the way I look at it. It was never heard from again. These guys were just discounted and kicked to the side. There's a guy, I believe, up in the Minnesota area, somewhere up there. I saw a video of this guy. His dad, years before, had, I believe, he shot and killed a Bigfoot. I think was the story. But he's got in a freezer, and I saw the video of this thing, and it looked real enough to me. But he's got the head literally wrapped in quilts in a deep freeze. And he pulled it out for this video and was showing a news crew or somebody. And of course, I was like, that's completely fake. It's this, it's that. And it was an enormous head and he showed it from the neck side of it. You can see where you could make out the spine and different parts of the trachea and stuff. I mean, watching this video, it was all frozen and kind of froze over, but you could see it. And it looked like a huge man-like primate face. It was kind of creepy, but I'll have to bring that video up and I'll tag you in that video. I'll find it again and send it to you.
Okay.
It was a trip. And everyone, of course, nope, that's fake. It can't be real. No way. People don't want to believe in this stuff. Those of us that want to believe in it get talked. Our voices aren't heard over the people that are saying it's not real. Don't worry about it. It's fake. Just let it go. We hear that a lot.
I guess what gets me is like, they have like all these bones and they put them together of like dinosaurs and stuff from, a billion years ago. And they're in these museums and stuff. Why isn't Bigfoot?
Maybe he is. I mean, I don't know. We've got
just like an Area 51 thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different trains of thought. Some people believe he's an interdimensional creature of some sort. He's obviously a intelligent creature, whatever he is, whether he's from this planet or if he's some kind of interdimensional, able to transport himself through a time warp of some sort. I don't know. I've been hearing a lot of that stuff lately. People come up with these ideas and I'm open to it. I don't know. I don't really take the same route, the same thought. I don't take it too seriously, but again, it's a thought in the back of my head that, is this real? Is he interdimensional? Is that why we don't find them? We don't see him hanging around.
Obviously, Bigfoot's not big time monetary. He didn't want money.
He's doing this
because Bigfoot. Yeah. One Bigfoot could be rich.
He just comes out and here I am, and he's talking. If he speaks in English, and And here I am.
Right.
But I mean, I'll go down the conspiracy theory side of things. I don't necessarily.
It's all conspiracy.
It's all absolutely. I mean, it comes down to we started to hit on it last time I was here, just a little bit. There's been lots of talk about different things over the years that have been Bigfoot's found, and all of a sudden the authorities show up, take this carcass away from you. You never hear about it again. The Smithsonian shows up and says, we're going to take that. We're going to do our thing on it. And then people go to find out more about it. What happened to this, whatever you took from me? Oh, we don't have any record of that. Or what we have is locked in a museum, and the museum's getting redone. It's got asbestos. We can't get in there for the next 20 years.
Why though? I mean, seriously, my question is why?
Yeah.
Okay. What
happens with more than just Bigfoot? That's another story.
Do they gain by quote unquote not eliminating, but just blowing it off? I mean, it's like, okay, dude, I mean, it's nothing like Bigfoot or big feet, like we were talking about. I don't know how many, the plural of it. It's not like they go out and they, let's hunt people, or do they?
Well, there's other stories that sometimes there's stories of aggression. I know that much. I've read a lot about that. People about hiking come across something, you hear something, all of a sudden this boulder, you see this boulder or hear this boulder, 200-pound rock land near you. That didn't just roll down the hill. That came from somewhere. It was airborne and hit the ground. By the time they make it, there was a story I read recently that said that was happening. They kept getting these big rocks thrown at them, this couple. They make it back to their Jeep. It was parked on this trailhead somewhere. Well, now they got this rock that's sitting in the middle of their hood. Their axle somewhat bent because their cars had stuff land on it before they got back to it. And then as they're getting in their car trying to figure out how to get out of there, more shit's landing around them. And Bigfoot isn't the Sasquatch. We'll say Sasquatch. That's a good plural word.
Well, I mean, is there a difference?
No, Sasquatch is Bigfoot's the nickname.
Oh, okay.
People call me Smiley. That's my nickname. The same kind of thing.
So Sasquatch is the
official
technical name.
The official name. I believe it. Don't quote me, but I think that comes something from the Native American language. I believe there's different words. A lot of stuff gets.
Sounds like it could be
murdered and mutilated away.
Sure.
The words get broke up and whatnot, but I think that more or less came from the Native American terminology. These things have been seen and written down and talked about and shared in stories for centuries. It's not a 1900s into 2000s thing that's been happening. The Native Americans talked about Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever they called it, throughout the plains, the mountains of Tennessee, the Northwest. I mean, they all the Indians tribes, a lot of them have stories of Bigfoot. And when I was a little kid, when I growing up in Vancouver, there was Chief Laluska, I think is what it was. You can look him up. He's I think his people, his family still have it. They built this longhouse in the Southern Washington Indians lived in communal groups in these longhouses, these big wooden forts, basically. It was really cool. But they built one back in the 70s, and we used to travel up there with school every year. We'd go up there and check it out. Well, they did all the Native American dances, and they would teach you the different Native American beliefs and this and that. But one of the dances they taught was Bigfoot. It was big. They had a full on costume that was designed as if it had come from centuries before, but it was carrying down their stories. And they were talking about Brother Bigfoot and nature. Everything in nature has something to do with them. That's what the Native Americans kind of look at nature as their God, as their higher power. And Sasquatch is mentioned quite often.
So they're the alleged story. They're intelligent creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't mean to sound flippant here.
Yeah.
But you think there would be a rogue type Bigfoot that said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just going to go ahead and go out here and
take out the hunter.
No, not take out the hunter. I mean, just like, hey, I'm gonna go out here and breaking news.
Isn't he the one on the commercials?
Yeah, that's probably the guy on Jack Link's.
Oh, the Jack Link's guy.
And they just made him look like it's the guy in a costume. He looks pretty real.
We all think he's a guy in the costume. What if it's the real one?
Well, he could have probably pimped a better beef jerky than Jack Links.
He could have,
Old Trapper. He should have went Old Trapper.
I mean, you can pay me a lot of money and I'll promote anything.
That's what I'm saying. Where's that kind of Bigfoot at? It says, hey, fuck you guys.
Where's the aliens? I mean, I believe in that stuff too. There's been proof over the years of all that stuff. Even, again, Native Americans have in their cave drawings, you'll have pictures of what looks like a UFO and people descending or ascending from the UFO, right? Where are those guys? They're intelligent creatures. Why haven't they? And if they have, why don't we know about it? Why has it been hidden from us?
We kind of went, actually, on
that same one.
On that same Bigfoot episode we were talking about, we kind of went just briefly because Rayette shut it down because she's like, I don't believe it. I'm not going to talk about this. I don't know about it. But, I mean, okay, so if there are aliens, we'll get back to Bigfoot. Yeah. Don't worry, Bigfoot. If you're listening,
we're coming back.
We'll come back to you, brother. What do their spaceships look like? Okay, are they those saucer things that we all see?
That again leads back to, are they in a spaceship or are they traveling between dimensions? I mean, I'm not. I've looked. I'm open to the idea of Bigfoot, and then I read and watch videos and learn about what other people think and say. I mean, there's a gal I heard on Coast to Coast on George Norrie's show a while back.
Used to be Art Bell, by the way.
Art Bell, the famous Art Bell.
Yeah.
She talked about visiting with a Bigfoot, the chief Bigfoot, whatever. There was a group of them, and then there was one in particular that she talked about. It had a name for him even, but he gave her this crystal, and with this crystal she could hold it and concentrate on it, and she could talk to him. And she talked about them being interdimensional.
So the Bigfoot gave her a crystal.
He gave her. It was like a communication device of some sort. She's able to communicate with this crystal even when she wasn't near him, but then she could go out in the woods and have this crystal when he would literally appear in front of her. She sounded very believable. Didn't sound like didn't go off the rails like we are back and forth with things. She just talked about what's happened to her. When I first moved back, I moved back to the Valley in 98.
Can you get her on here?
I would love to. I'll look her up. I'll see if I can find her.
Yeah.
Here's my number. Call us.
Yeah.
But I moved back in 98. In 2000, I just looked it up while we were sitting here. There was a psychologist, a professional with his family up at the Oregon Caves out of Cave Junction. And on one of the trails outside of the caves, he came across a Bigfoot that was, I didn't read the whole story just now. I've read it many times over, but I think the Bigfoot just kind of was walking across the trail. They saw each other and kind of froze looking at each other. I mean, he saw the Sasquatch staring at him. Sasquatch saw this man staring at him. They're both like, oh, fuck. And it kind of froze up. This dude turned, took off, and then, but this man's a psychologist, a renowned person. His name was in the newspaper. I couldn't tell you what his name was or if he's still in the Valley now. But he had his family with him. And this guy, I mean, he's one that I would believe him. He didn't necessarily say he was a Bigfoot believer before he came across Bigfoot, just in this national park area.
Then he came across him.
He just out goofing around with his kids and wife, and then he's immediately frozen in fear of this gigantic gorilla-looking thing in front of him, standing on 2 feet. That scared the crap out of me. And I've been out in the woods looking for
and you're
these
a big
things.
Dude, man.
I'm a big guy, and I'm usually armed, and I'm ready for this stuff. I'm sure it would scare the snot out of me too. This guy,
it would scare the fucking shit out of me. That's for fucking sure.
This guy, from what the story I've read, he froze up and then immediately spun and got out of there with his kids and never saw it again. But there's been other reports like that all around this area, all around everywhere. I mean, back in, where the Himalayas are at, I came from the country all of a sudden.
Oh,
there's there's a monastery. Several, I think Josh Gates, his TV show, they went back there and looked, and this monastery it's an old mummified hand, basically, but it's enormous. It's a Bigfoot. It's a Yeti hand. They call him Yeti back there. They're snow creature. They literally have a hat that a couple hundred years ago, someone found a dead Bigfoot, killed a Bigfoot, however killed this Yeti. They made a hat, literally made this hat. And it's in this monastery. These monks have it hidden away, and they pulled it out, and they'll show the guys that are interviewing them. And it's been, they've from what I remember, they've taken little chunks of it here and there and sent it to laboratories and whatnot. It's been lost. It's been they've proven, okay, yeah, we don't know what it is, and there's been different stories. It depends on who you read. Again, the internet's so convoluted with things, and a person can make up their own story.
Especially nowadays with AI.
It's horrible. You never know what to believe. I believe, but then again, I want to believe. But every story you read, a story about the same thing. This Bigfoot is basically from his, like, above his eyebrows up, and it's like this conical shaped head, like think of big Harry and the Hendersons. He's got this big head with this really tall forehead that kind of comes up to a slope, and maybe a spot in the top of his head where it's really tall. That's what this hat that they've got. It looks like a little cap. That's what it looks like. It's all dried out, and it's just skin, but along with this enormous skeletal hand with some skin on it still. I mean, they've got proof there. Proof is there. It's around.
Kind of weird, man, because I mean, like, on something like that, I mean, you would think that there has to be some curiosity to do scientific experiments on quote unquote dead Bigfoot.
Yeah. Or what they have found is hair, lots of hair. And from what I've read about many different times.
Red has plenty of that in the fucking sink or not the sink, but the shower. Yeah.
Exactly.
If Bigfoot exists, it's going to be in our fucking shower, because I mean, she always has to do a drain clean.
Get the little snake down in there. But this stuff has been researched and analyzed, and they've come back saying that it doesn't match anything known to science, and then it's going to drop from there. There's various museums and stuff with all these different things. There's a guy in Washington that's got a museum. I've been past it. I think I've probably been to it when I was a kid, but he's a Bigfoot researcher. I don't know if he's still alive, if the museum's still open. I can't remember.
Isn't there one in like Boring, Oregon?
Could be. It could be the one I'm thinking of. Could be the same one I'm thinking of.
And where's that?
It's up outside of Portland, kind of southeast of Portland, not too far from Portland. But if you go down to the Redwoods, go down to the, oh boy, it's the big, I cannot remember what it's called, but in the Redwoods, there's a park basically that they've got the big tall statue of Paul Bunyan and Babe next to it. Have you guys seen that? You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen it.
I can't remember what the heck it's called, but it's a touristy thing, tourist trap, and you pay them $10, $15 a person. You walk through their forest, and there's redwoods, these enormous 5,000-year-old trees. It's really great. Inside their gift shop is a museum that you can walk through. And it's got a lot of Native American stuff, and it's got some mannequins dressed up in clothing that was belonging to Native Americans at the turn of the century, different things, lots of stuff, and lots of local basketry and stuff. In there, they've got a bunch of castings that were taken locally. They're castings of Bigfoot's feet, his footprint. They've got a bunch of them that you can sit right there and look at. They're behind glass. You can't feel them or touch them, but they're there. They've got them. And again, you see videos or you hear stories of guys saying, yeah, my grandpa said that he used to do this. He'd put these on his boots. He was a logger, and he'd put these feet things on there, and he'd walk around in the woods just to mess with his friends. What's the purpose of that? Why would he do that? I mean, yeah, maybe. But then again, if you look into this stuff, they've taken some of these castings and the look of things, and they're able to point out this one had a broken toe at some point. This one's got a scar across part of his foot. I mean, there's scientists have looked at these things, or people that are open-minded to these things have looked at them and said, hey, this matches this, and this. They can point things out. They can tell the size of the critter roughly by the size of this footprint, and how in depth and how deep it was. I've come across some stuff that I couldn't say it was a Bigfoot print, but I've come across some prints that were messy. They weren't clear, defined Bigfoot print.
Okay.
Big footprint, but it was kind of a messy look. I've come across that a couple times, especially near water.
Like what size?
Oh,
I mean, just out of curiosity, let's
15, 16, 20 feet, 20 inches, inches, not feet.
I was like, that's a big foot.
14 to 20 some inches, probably.
Oh,
from heel to toe. That's big. And then you figure the size of that.
I don't think Phil Knight could design a shoe for that guy from Nike.
No. Well, and one I just came across recently.
God, could you imagine? No, sorry, man. Could you imagine Phil Knight? He could take advantage of that, man. He could, like, okay, yeah, we got new Nike line, Bigfoot line. Yeah.
Look at Shaq.
Yeah.
What size shoes he wear? Like a 15 or something? I mean, he's going to, they can make a shoe that big.
See?
Yeah, it's out there.
All right,
yeah,
Phil Knight. Phil Knight, I'm
on.
sure you listen to this show. But yeah,
Big
you
fan.
might,
We
you
need
might
a
want
Bigfoot shoe.
You might want to design a Bigfoot Nike.
I'd buy it. I'm not even a Nike fan. I'd buy it.
Yeah, I'd buy it. But
Shaq's a 22.
22. See, big. Even, I mean, we're not talking about giants today, but giants. That's another thing. You know, that there's been talk about giants for years. Maybe Sasquatch is a delineation of giants. You know, I mean, where there's been talk and supposed proof of giants being seen and found, and they found Lovelock Caves. I mean, that's another one. They found grass woven shoes that were enormous, like 20 some odd inch sandals that were made 500 years ago, that were preserved in this cave in Northern California somewhere, Lovelock Caves. I'm not exactly sure where it's at, but this stuff has been found. But science tells us it never existed. It's not there. You know, we've got enormous people today that have a size 22 foot, but for them to say, nope, Native Americans no one would have had a shoe that would have been 20 some inches long.
Wonder why they'd want to discredit that and not like make it part of history, because
I don't know. Isn't it crazy?
See, that's what I was
because
saying.
They make so much stuff part of like museums and this and that. Why would they not want to make that?
The only way I can figure out what they're doing is they don't want to rewrite history. This is the way that we have written things, that we don't want to be proven wrong. I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm a dumbass. I've never really been. I just get angry that we don't have the proof, that the proof has been given to us and put in front of us, but then it disappears. I mean, the big governmental thing, the Smithsonian. I mean, they've been known to various things that have been taken for research or confiscated in the name of research, and then never found again.
Allegedly.
We don't have that. We never had that. Or it's literally in a warehouse that's been known to have asbestos, and we're working on it, but we can't get in for the next 20 years. Why can't they get the asbestos out of the walls and in next year? But no, it's going to take 20 years to clean this place out. I mean, those
just
kind of stories
you're dead
alone.
by then.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to forget about it. Why are we being pushed off like that? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, nowadays you could just hook an air tag to it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're going to sense that. You're going to stick an
it.
air tag in the middle of the femur you just picked up.
Yeah.
Man, this is interesting, man. I mean, I kind of swaying me a little.
We talked about paranormal last time I was here, and I'm open-minded to that stuff. I'm open-minded to the idea of Sasquatch. I'm open-minded to the idea of giants. What's weird between the Sasquatch and giant, let's go back to that, is from the stories I've read historically to more current stories, there was a giant they call him the Kandahar giant. It was during the Afghanistan war. You guys might have heard of this. Supposedly, I don't know if it happened or not, a special forces unit was sent up in the hills in Afghanistan, and communication was lost and never heard from again. Sent another outfit up to find these guys, and as they're walking up this trail where they knew where they were at, but when the communication stopped, they start finding equipment strewn about, and they're getting closer to this cave up on the top, and they're finding blood and all this sign of a battle. There's bullet case or shell casings and weapons broken and all this stuff scattered around. There's something happened, but there's no bodies to go with it, right? And all of a sudden, this 18-foot red-headed giant comes running out of this cave with a big spear and sticks one of the guys and just picks him up. And a humongous firefight happens. And within a couple minutes, maybe, of everybody expending all their ammunition, they kill this thing. And next thing you know, that they call back, hey, this happened. We found this, and this. This big Chinook helicopter comes in. They net this thing and cage him up and take off. Everyone's told to not talk about this. It's you're going to sign a disclosure. And then this is like 20 years ago. And now it's coming out that all this has happened. And a few people have talked about it, and they're getting discredited. And the latest thing I've read about that was, well, this story didn't come out until about 15, 20 years ago. shit, they were in the Afghan, and you know, my time frame may be off, but you think about it, it happened during the Afghanistan war, which wasn't 50 years ago. It was in the near past.
Sure.
And they're talking about the same time frame. So the time frame matches. But giants are always, even historically, are said to have had red hair. Bigfoot, a lot of times when you're seeing the hair, it's kind of a reddish, brownish hair. They're saying that a giant smells off. It doesn't smell like a BO, like a man, like a human. They have this awful smell. Well, same with Bigfoot. It has this awful, musty, skunky kind of smell. They don't bathe.
Figured that was just because he was in a fur coat all the time.
They don't bathe
that's what I'm thinking.
regularly.
It has a lot to do with the fur coat. He's not bathing. He's not using soap. Maybe he jumps in the creek every once in a while. I don't know.
Who knows?
He's been there's videos and maybe it's AI, but there's been stuff that sometimes you can tell AI is pretty obvious sometimes. But then I'm sure there's a better program that's not a free whatever it is, the chat thing.
Chat GPT.
There you go.
Yeah.
The free version of that. Someone's paying for AI. There's better versions of it to make it look a little real. But you see pictures of Bigfoot in creeks and whatnot. I mean, he's doing something, eating fish or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
But the redheaded thing always comes back. The red hair always kind of filters back to me. Like, are these different species?
Yeah, but aren't Yeti like supposedly white?
It's their environment.
So
Deer.
They're like albinos.
They
adapt to
look at polar bears are white fur. Yeti have white fur. Yeah, it's their natural camouflage. Yeah. And they're even though, I mean, in the Himalayas there's trees and whatnot in the lower portions of the Himalaya area, and they're still, I mean, that's their natural camouflage is that whitish color. That's why I look at it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
When you think about like the polar bear thing and yeah, I mean,
wow, that's definitely.
I still don't know that I believe, but it makes sense.
It makes sense.
That, like, why a Yeti would be white and why,
I still don't understand though why they want to keep this shit secret. Especially now. I mean, because everybody is interested in everything and stuff like that, and it's not going to hurt you. I mean, like, I'm not talking about Bigfoot. It's not going to hurt anybody to find out, oh my God, this thing is real.
This really is happening. And why would they hide it? Is it a control thing? I mean,
do you think if they found out like it was real, that more people would go out looking for it, and that's what they don't want to do?
Probably. I mean, maybe that there is some group of the government that has a deal with these guys, these creatures of whatever. Like, hey, you don't mess with us, we won't mess with you. I mean, people have proven
stay hidden.
Alien. Yeah, stay hidden, and we're going to stay out of the city, and we'll keep as many people as we can out of the woods. I mean, for the population, hunters to the group of the population of people that hunt versus the population of the Oregon is pretty small. There's not that many people out running around the woods versus the amount of people that are around in the cities and whatnot.
Because I have people like me that will not go into them.
Yeah.
Or
like me,
I don't even want to deal with it.
I'll go out in the woods and I'll
not
drive
everything else. But
I'm going to drive the forest roads, get out and goof around a little bit, but I don't want to hike too much.
You're not going in too deep.
No, I'm not going to. I want to know where my car's at. I'm not.
Right.
I'm not that big on GPS, and I have compasses and GPS. I know how to use them, but I don't want to go hiking 10 miles into the forest. That's not my thing. I want to go out maybe 30, 40 feet off the road and sit down, take in nature, go back to my truck, drive a little further, and find some other cool spot. That's my idea.
Yeah, because it's like I said, it's just strange to me that they don't. I just don't get. Like I said, I'm baffled because I just don't get it.
Same. I mean, it kind of comes back around to aliens, ETs. The extraterrestrials. People have said for years, "Hey, I've seen this. I've seen." There was video a couple years ago, literal video of something exploding and something going on in Las Vegas. Do you remember that?
No.
It was in a neighborhood. It was literally like in a dude's backyard. And they have video of this bright light. And I remember there was like a figure of some sort in the middle of it, and other people around him had seen it. Everyone's saying it hit the news and then just kind of slowly vapored away. Nobody talks about it. What the hell happened? It wasn't a transformer exploding. The power was fine. Power never went out from what I remember these guys saying. It's just things happen and just get blown off. The news comes along and, hey, look over here, check out what's going over here, and I see that happening a lot. You get your mind stuck on something, and then all of a sudden the next big thing gets blown up in the internet, blown up in the news to look over here and check this out and forget about that story. That's not important.
And like I said, the only real sighting of a UFO I've ever seen was on a Brady Bunch.
Yeah,
with Greg with that
float past the window.
Yeah. Put up the sheet and stuff like that. And he had that little whistle thing or whatever. But yeah, it's just very interesting that we can't even have all, the information and shit like that. The hiding thing, it kind of bugs me.
What do you think they eat?
Like I said, omnivore. They're going to eat meat, whether they kill a deer
carnivore.
or
That's carnivore.
Carnivore is meat, but omnivore is meat, bushes,
nuts,
berries, grubs, whatever. They're just like, that's what I think. I mean, gotcha. I've come across, just camping in the woods and being out in the woods throughout my life, different parts of my life, I've come across elk that's just laying there dead, that doesn't have any obvious holes, being shot, and a hunter shot him and couldn't find him or something. I've seen lots of critters like that, things that are broken up. I mean, you see a carcass gets found, you find a deer's skull or his spine, and then the rest of it's got somewhere else. Maybe animals scattered around. Maybe Bigfoot sat there and had lunch and just pitched his chicken wing off the side of the hill, and there goes the leg down there, but the skulls and everything's still sitting up here rotting away. That's what I think. They're eating whatever they want.
I mean,
whatever's there.
Well, I guess
who's going to stop them?
Because they're big. Yeah.
He doesn't need a hunting license.
No hunting license needed.
And see, there you go. Okay, good point. Doesn't need a hunting license, but for God's sake, we're talking about government, and they'll do anything they can to make money. So, I mean, they should try to find Bigfoot and then find the living fuck out of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, hey, they're hunting without a permit.
So I looked it up just now. Why would government hide Bigfoot? The government uses Bigfoot primarily as a creative public relations tool for fire safety, such as the Oregon Office of the State Fire Marshal campaign. It's like that's
makes
crap.
No sense.
It's fire safety promotion. It's cultural.
I thought that was Smokey the Bear.
He was a bear. Yeah, he wasn't. I mean, he's still around. There's been historical investigation. Well, the FBI did investigate hair samples in the 70s, as shown in historical records. They did not verify the existence of such a creature. They didn't verify what that hair was from, but they didn't verify that it was from a Sasquatch. They're not going to admit to that. I mean, this is just AI telling me what
safety.
Fire safety. Stay out of the woods. Bigfoot's out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you're going to scare 1 out of 10 people out of the woods, but
most
the other 9 of us are like, oh, I'm going to look.
Most people have grown up in the woods if they're out in the woods. So
yeah.
Okay, and so obviously, Bigfoot's probably in your opinions existed for
centuries.
Yeah. Okay, this is even before there was the fire safety thing on stuff like that. So
yeah,
I
don't know how that makes sense.
Well, I mean,
with the fire safety shit.
It's just the more recent, the idea of recent. I mean, AI didn't go too deep on it, but look at all the delineation of man. They started as an ape, primate, and we made ourselves to the Homo sapien we are today. They've pointed out throughout the years different versions of human as we're growing, and they have bones, and they have this, they have that. Who's to say that is? Who's to say that Bigfoot isn't like an earlier version of the Homo sapien that we are today? He just didn't evolve, and then they sprung off this. That line of human nature, however you want to put it, biology just kind of stayed and didn't. They've gotten bigger over years, like we have gotten bigger. Humans have gotten larger over the years. Say maybe Sasquatch has gotten larger and he's now 8, 9, 10 feet tall, versus 1,000 years ago he was 4 or 5 feet tall. I don't know.
He was a midget.
4 or 5 feet tall 1,000 years ago was pretty big.
Yeah.
6 foot tall 150 years ago was big. That was a large man, large person. Look at it today. I mean, I'm 6'4", and I'm large for people around me, but there's a lot of people that are well over 6 foot today. This era, like I said, we've gotten bigger and larger.
I've never made it there. I came close. 5'11". I've never made it to the
almost
6
there. Almost there. We got cowboy boots.
Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah. I can get some of Rayed's high heels, and maybe I'll crack the 6 foot mark.
And your ankle.
You look like you're 6 foot tall, though. I mean, your stature looks taller than you are.
Maybe I'll just grow an afro.
There you go.
Yeah,
grow your hair.
That'll give you that
my hair
extra
again,
half inch or
have
whatever.
My curly hair because my hair's naturally curly, so I can do that and then pick it out.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Make it stand up a little bit.
Then I can crack that 6 foot mark. Don't know if I can get 6'4".
I'm gonna have to look up that video now.
Yeah, it was weird. It was maybe 5 years ago, if that, 6 years ago. But it was in Las Vegas. It was a neighborhood outside of Vegas, and it happened kind of like in this guy's backyard. They heard something and they went out there, and this lightning crashing, almost like a transformer exploding.
Yeah,
but there wasn't a transformer that exploded. It was just, and he's got it on his. It's not like he held a camera or phone. I think it's his like a Ring camera in his backyard that's filming this. As they go running back there, and something is, from what I recall, there was something there, a large figure of some sort that just turned and like ran and vanished, kind of thing. It was crazy, and it was on the news quite a bit, and then just vapored away.
But to Rad's point too, that she brought up way earlier, and we were talking about the Bigfoot that was in that grainy picture, and like I said, that they make stickers and
all the stuff,
everything else on it,
hold the flag,
he's got the the arms, it's going this, that, and the other, one arm forward, one arm back, or whatever it is. You just look up.
He's in stride.
He's in stride, and like you think that the layperson, not government, would have. And like she said again, the camera's way better, and we got cell phone.
Think about it, though.
I am.
When you've seen something happen in front of you, by the time you pick your phone up, raise it up, and try and snap a picture. How many times? I know I've taken pictures of just the forest, a cool bird or a fox standing on the side of the road. You bring your phone up and immediately snap a picture. It's not going to be clear. It takes your phone a second to focus. But then there are pictures of.
But they even have cameras now that you don't have to wait that long.
Well,
like real cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, not like cell phones. I mean, I said cell phones.
Sure.
But they have cameras like you can multi-click.
Yeah.
And
GoPros
and GoPros.
And if you look into it, there are, whether you want to believe it's real or not, there are clear pictures of what people are saying. This is a Sasquatch standing here in the woods looking at me. You can see it. There's multiple of them, of just like a head looking at you. And it looks like a primate of some sort standing there looking at you. And it's tagged as Vancouver, British Columbia, or the Olympian Peninsula up in Seattle area. I mean, it's out there, but it gets discounted. It gets.
Well, I know
somebody poo-poos it. And
I know they poo-poo it, but I'm just saying I haven't even seen them.
Yeah.
So I guess that's
are you
lack of looking. That's a lack of looking
for them.
But
I go down those paths. I'll turn on YouTube, and my wife calls it stupid TV. I'm done watching your stupid TV, whether it's military history or the Victorian history or some Bigfoot alien thing. I'm into all that stuff. I mean, I love.
She's like, I'm out.
Yep. I'm gonna go to the bedroom and watch TV.
No,
I'm done. I'm out.
Yep.
Jennifer has, 2-inch tolerance.
Yeah. So, hey, guess what? Seinfeld's on.
Yeah, 28 years of this. She's like, all right, man, you go do your thing, dude.
I'd be the same way.
Yeah. Well, we put Everybody Loves Raymond on there. I mean, who would do that? That would be idiotic anyway.
I mean,
terrible show.
Bigfoot. The Patterson-Gimlin film, the original film footage.
That's what I have to look up.
Look that up. And it's literally a minute
and once again,
long.
Thanks, Emma, for not freaking turning me on to that.
She's just
girl.
thinking her own thing.
Anyway.
Thinking about herself. Why are you asking about him? Ask about me. How am I doing? Right, Emma?
Right.
Man, Emma's being thrown under the bus here.
Think about the 1967. That film was made. They captured Bigfoot on camera. Within a few years, TV. it became popular in TV. I look into toys and stuff. I'm kind of dabbling into buying toys, old toys and things I grew up with. $6 Million Man
I had one of those.
has an episode with a Sasquatch, with a Bigfoot. I didn't realize it,
I didn't know
but
that.
they made a darn figure out of this thing. It's worth like $100 now. I found them on eBay. They're stupid looking. And even the you remember the show when it had the Bigfoot on there? It was like a man with this huge furry costume.
I don't remember that episode.
It was
on
ridiculous.
That show. I used to watch
silly.
$6 Million Man, but I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I remember bits of it.
Yeah.
And now I've found this figure, so now I've seen still photos of the character in the show. But it became popular culture after this film came out in '67. It kind of came around.
And I should kick my own ass for watching $6 Million Man.
Oh, that was back in the day, it was a great show. Today,
There was a lot of shows back then. We should
surprised
probably
they haven't
not
tried
have.
to remake it, but
Well,
they remake everything else.
yeah, well, it was stupid enough where they can't do it
It's
now.
ridiculous. And the
The bionic woman.
bionic woman right behind it, like, oh,
Yeah.
golly, come on.
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah, well, I had that $6 Million Man figure, honestly.
Oh,
I did.
with the scope in his
with
eye.
the eye thing,
The
yeah.
arm that thing. I never had it. I played with them. I had people around me had them.
And he had the leisure suit on.
The leisure suit, yeah. that red Velcro leisure suit was crazy.
Yeah.
They even had his Oscar, his handler. They had a figure of him too. They made them all. I mean, Mattel and Hasbro they were making money off this. And today they're still. I mean, whoever owns them today is selling them for hundreds of dollars, and knuckleheads like me are like, oh, I need that.
Because
Right.
I'm going to put that on the wall, on the shelf right here.
to be honest with you, I mean, I probably watched $6 Million Man because it was Lee Majors,
Yeah.
and he was married to Farrah Fawcett, who everybody had the poster on their wall back in the day. Yeah, so
They weren't really watching it for $6 Million Man.
right.
They're just, Lee Majors was
He was the stud.
he was a stud. He's
Yeah,
hanging out with
we're just trying to as a kid, we were trying to find that in where we can okay,
Watch Farrah Fawcett.
or like get her.
Yeah, good luck.
What do I have to do to get her attention?
So let's watch $6 Million Man and we can figure this out. It didn't work. Not for me at least.
Nope, you're stuck with me. Sorry about you.
Well, thanks, Mike. Then this has been pretty interesting.
It's fun. I mean, it's like the last show. This is just my opinions. Don't quote me on anything I'm saying. I'm just a goofball that likes weird this
I'm quoting
unrun of the mill stuff.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna
it's
write this stuff
definitely
down.
given me something to look up.
Yeah. Now you're going to spend the night looking stuff up on your phone
I'm
and
curious.
YouTube and
Like I said,
Mhm.
I want to believe. I haven't seen anything that makes me
there's
believe.
a guy, I don't know his name, but there's a guy that he's on YouTube and the internet as well. He's on Facebook and all the different places, but he's a guy out of Canada. I want to say British Columbia. That
Phil Mayhoff.
could be.
No,
Could be. I
it's
don't know.
not.
It's a name.
No.
But there's
it's not
a guy
Phil.
that,
It's not Phil Mayhoff.
there's a guy that he has a troop, I guess, of Bigfoot in this area that he knows about, that they know about him. He researches them and he's out there and he's got pictures of them and different stuff and he's got stories about them and people discount the heck out
So
of this
that's
guy.
what it's called, a troop of Bigfoot.
That's why I'm calling him. I mean,
okay.
I don't know.
I didn't know
a village group.
I thought it might have been an official.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, because you have a gaggle of geese, a flock of whatever, or what have you. So how many? What do you call like several big foots?
a group of Sasquatch. I think that kind of hits the plural,
A group.
singular. A group, a bunch.
These poor guys, these pour Bigfoots.
And I've known a lot.
They can't catch a break.
I've known people as well that personally that have had encounters. I mean, there's a guy, I'm not going to mention his name. He has his own thing on Facebook, but he locally he was at the home show a few weeks ago and had a big poster of an artist.
Is that the fake meteorologist?
I mean, I'm not, you know what I'm talking about, but he had a poster that it was an artist rendition of what he had seen, and this artist drew it out for him. And I sat there, I've known him off and on for years, and we sat there and talked about it a little bit. And then me and my buddy were jabbering back and forth in front of him about other stuff, but that was his thing. He was trying to promote Bigfoot. And I was surprised I didn't go to the Sportsman show. We were out of town, but at the Sportsman show, there's generally a group there that is a local Bigfoot research group. like I am a paranormal researcher. They're a Bigfoot researcher.
Right.
I've stood and talked with those guys a few times, and they're into it, and they're very interested, and they'll talk your leg off about stuff and,
well,
and tell you where to go.
The fake meteorologist that does this, that he seems to want to profit on it
Quite a bit, yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that.
You know,
I don't pay him
stuff
for
like
anything,
that.
but yeah, he's got his own Facebook following.
Sure he does.
Yeah.
You know, and that's okay.
He's done lots of. If you've known him for a while, he's done lots of stuff. He's been involved in a lot of stuff over the 20 years I've known him.
Don't we know it? Don't we know it? Yeah. We've went over this a lot. So, and I will not mention a name either.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, he's pretty. He's one egotistical motherfucker.
He is
Is that the one that blocked me from
That's
calling
the one
him
that
out?
blocked him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He'll do that
Okay.
too. He's good at self promotion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a Facebook page for my hunting group, the Southern Oregon Spirits. I don't promote it hardly at all. I'm not that kind of guy where I promote the snot out of it. I'll mention it here on the air because more
Sure, why
followers is
not?
great, but I don't
Well, you
do
should.
enough with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're not calling you fake meteorologist.
No. I'm not a fake anything. Nope.
No,
Nope.
no, you're not.
If I'm talking about it, it's something I truly believe in.
Yeah.
And I believe in Bigfoot.
But you had that.
I like it.
It's Southern Oregon Scanners, right?
Southern Oregon Searchers.
Searchers. Yeah, that's what.
Southern Oregon
yeah.
Searchers. We were initially Southern Oregon Spirits. I've been sober coming on 21 years. And that once I broke away from the people I initially made that group name with, and I kept the name when we all went our own ways, I changed it back to what I wanted it, because spirits and alcoholism kind of don't really, it didn't.
Oh, I see what you meant.
I was
Yeah.
getting people literally thinking I have business cards with my name on it and stuff, phone number, and I'd hand it out. Oh, you sell liquor? You're a liquor distributor?
Oh, they thought
No.
spirits that way.
Yeah.
There's
Not
a ghost.
spirits,
You see the
like-
ghost on there?
Yeah.
No, so I changed it
What
back
kind,
to Searchers.
what kind of drink is that?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
What kind of liquor can you get? Oh, what? No, that's not me. No, but I changed it back to Searchers.
Let's go to the Glass House, man. They got plenty of them over here. You got plenty of liquor store call them the Glass House.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the Glass House and get all that stuff. So it's totally different.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, by the way, it's different.
It's different. It's not spirits. No, and we do search for spirits, but we don't call it spirits. Out of my own.
Doesn't that
my
kind
own
of
ego.
suck? I mean, for you,
Yeah,
I mean,
a little
really
bit.
does. I mean, because it's spirits and stuff
Yeah.
like that we were talking about before, and spirits
Yeah, it means multiple things.
means multiple
Yeah.
things.
And with my line of thought, I'm not. I don't hide who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not as anonymous as some people are, and that's great that they are. I never have been, and so having spirits correlated with liquor on something I'm handing out to somebody, just talking to somebody, here, look up my Facebook page, having them point that out. I'm like, oh, no, that's not what I'm about. No,
Yeah.
that's not me. And a stranger doesn't want to hear my story. Now, I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm an alcoholic.
They might.
I drink liquid death because it's flavored water.
Yeah. Southern Oregon Liquid Deathers.
Liquid deathers.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you want to sponsor me, Liquid Death, I love your product.
There you go.
Sponsor Mike.
Think about it. Liquid Death. You'd be an idiot if you
We
didn't.
know you're listening.
We know you're out there.
We know you're out there. All right, Mike, man, this has been great.
It's been fun.
It's been fun. It always is when you come in
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna do this again. We'll find something else to just come in here. We'll. I need to come in one of these days and just have one of your random. We'll just
Oh, you
talk
want to do
about
do.
what
you
got
want to
me.
do one of those random ones?
We kind of did that today with what we're talking
Sure.
about. But yeah,
Sort
it'd
of,
be fun.
yeah.
It'd be fun. I'll come back in a few weeks. We'll do it again.
Yeah.
We'll just have the group. Today,
We'll have you
we're a
back
small
anytime.
group today. There's only 3 of us in here today, not
I know.
5 or 6.
Yeah, we don't have.
That's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
But
that's
everybody
what-
was busy. It's sunny outside.
That's what I was telling Red. I was like, man, I mean, it's a 3-person one this time. Usually it's like, we never hardly ever, only 2-person was me and her.
Yeah.
And it's very rare. And then it's always like 3 or 4, and then we have people here come in, but it's better when it's just 4,
Yeah.
because,
Keep it down.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
but it's all good, man. I mean, we'll have
all
you
fun.
in, we'll have you in on some different,
Yeah.
with different stuff.
I'll just meet up with you down at Cartwright's one day. I'll just show up.
You
Hey,
should.
That
Are
works.
you recording today? Because I'm all.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
We
You know what?
we live in the neighborhood next to each
Hey.
other practically.
You don't understand, man. I mean, you say that, but it's like
That's kind of how it happens.
that's kind of how every show. Yeah,
That's what
kinda how the
happened
shit
last time.
happens. Yeah, that's what happens all the fucking time.
The
man.
girl showed up. Who you're coming over? Or you came over later? And
Yeah.
Jason, the meat guy, he was busy doing Jason the meat guy stuff.
Yeah, he's playing with his meat.
Where where you at, Jason? We're missing you, buddy.
Yeah, we're missing you, buddy. Hope your meat feels good. Okay. So, all right. Thanks, brother.
All right, man.
Appreciate you, man. And we're going to be out of here. So, yeah. Thanks, man. That was awesome.
That was good stuff. Thank you. Thank you.
Very interesting.
It was fun. I get to share
You
my
brought up
opinion
a lot
again.
of things that now I have to go look at.
Yeah, it
Research myself.
Opens you up.
That's the best deal.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.